Eddie Murphy was a big star in the early 80s as a regular on Saturday Night Live and leading roles in movies like 48 Hours and Trading Places. But his starring role as Detective Axel Foley in Beverly Hills Cop made him a superstar in 1984. Beverly Hills Cop is a defining movie of the 80s, with Eddie starring as Axel Foley, a brash and street-smart police detective who works in Detroit and likes to bend the rules. After his childhood friend Mikey Tandino is murdered in Detroit, Axel takes it upon himself to solve the crime. Despite his boss's orders to stay out of it, Axel heads to Beverly Hills to investigate Mikey's murder. Naturally, Axel is a fish out of water, hilariously using his bag of tricks to navigate through the crazy world of Beverly Hills, while also clashing with the city's tight-assed and by-the-book police department. He ultimately teams up with two local detectives, Billy Rosewood and John Taggart, to solve the case. Beverly Hills Cop is one of those films featuring a generational talent in Eddie Murphy at the height of his powers, while also surrounding him with a talented supporting cast, each perfectly cast to round out the movie. There isn't a single weak link in this film, and we're going to give them their due here. Of course, we have to start with Billy, played by Judge Reinhold, and Taggart, played by John Ashton. They're the straight-laced and somewhat clueless detectives who work for the Beverly Hills Police Department and get stuck trying to keep up with Axel. Billy is young and quite naive, while Taggart is his older and more cynical partner. Judge Reinhold and John Ashton play well off of one another as the bumbling duo, while also developing a friendship with Axel as the story unfolds. Axel mercilessly F's with them throughout the film, with iconic scenes like the banana in the tailpipe. By the end of the film, the audience completely buys into the corny bond developed among these characters, and their chemistry helps to launch a blockbuster franchise. Every cop movie also needs a good villain, and Steven Berkoff was excellent as Victor Maitland, the rich and cultured art dealer who is into all kinds of criminal activity like smuggling drugs and bearer bonds. British actor Berkoff injected the perfect amount of sophistication and ruthlessness into the role of Victor, whose suave exterior made him the polar opposite of Axel. Their scenes together are perfect, as Victor's polite but sarcastic banter highlights his utter contempt for Axel. Which brings us, of course, to Victor's henchman, Zach, played by the great Jonathan Banks. We all know him now, many years later, as Mike Ehrmantraut from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. But years before he created the iconic Mike character, he played another tough guy as bodyguard and thug for Victor. Still, he's no match for Axel, as we see in one of the more iconic scenes from the movie. Every big-budget action comedy needs some eye candy as well, particularly in the 80s, and the beautiful Lisa Eilbacher is more than up to the task. Lisa looks stunning throughout the movie as Jenny Summers, a childhood friend of Axel and Mikey, who now works in L.A. in the art gallery owned by Victor Maitland. She represents all the glam and beauty of Hollywood, and she helps Axel even though Victor has been good to her. When you see Lisa in this film with her beautiful blonde hair and that 80s hairstyle, it's hard to believe this is the same actress who played Casey Seeger in An Officer and a Gentleman. She was the cute brunette cadet who Mayo had to motivate to get over the wall on the obstacle course. You can see her range as an actress as she nailed that role along with her much more glamorous role as Jenny in Beverly Hills Cop. So it's a bit of a surprise that her career didn't take off after these impressive performances. It's even harder to believe that she didn't get a small role in the sequel. We would have loved to see more of her. Finally, the movie introduces us to several comedians just starting their acting careers, like Paul Reiser and Bronson Pinchot. Reiser plays Axel's cop friend Jeffrey in Detroit, and we get a great preview of his comedic timing and neurotic style that eventually made Reiser a sitcom star in Mad About You. Bronson Pinchot plays Serge, the quirky foreign guy working with Jenny at the art gallery. Pinchot gives Serge a bizarre accent, creating the ultimate caricature of someone you'd find in a snobby art gallery. His scenes with Axel have become iconic. Both comics hold their own playing opposite the brilliant Eddie Murphy, along with the rest of this amazing cast. The 80s were well underway by the time this film was released, and every aspect of this film fits the style emerging at the time. The upbeat and synth-laden soundtrack is excellent, setting the mood for a fun ride throughout the film. The movie blends humor, action, and a coherent story, hitting all the necessary notes for a massive hit. As we said at the top, Beverly Hills Cop made Eddie Murphy a superstar. He isn't sharing top billing here with a Nick Nolte or Dan Aykroyd, though as we point out, the movie is blessed with a fantastic supporting cast. It's always a great rewatch, and if you're young and you've never seen it, put it on your list. Enjoy.